Okay, let's start. Where's my pencil? I said no. Okay. One piece at a time. Why do men and women think differently about ethical issues? Yes, men thought they were better than women. Women just want to be equal. So this must be in the chapter about feminism. It's either over Kant's and respect for person. It's after Lawrence. But then it says, what objection did Gilligan rise to? Where's Gilligan there? Oh no, this one. 146. Do men and women think differently about ethics? I wrote this in pen. Back page. The idea that men and women think differently has traditionally been used to justify discrimination against women. Aristotle said that women are not rational as men, and so they are naturally ruled by men. He said that we aren't rational, so that's why we're ruled by men. Excuse me? That's what I mean. These old dudes, these old philosopher dudes, were didn't think women were equal with them because they thought they were crazy and irrational. Actually, we're just hormonal. We have to be hormonal. We make babies. Like pregnant women are so hormonal. That's where the irrational parts come from. They're not really irrational. They're just part of who we are. It's rational to be irrational. To be a woman. They lack civil personality and have no voice in public life. I should have read this chapter. That pisses me off. Rousseau tried to put a good face on this by emphasizing that women and men nearly possess different virtues, but of course it turned out that men's virtues fit them for leadership, whereas women's virtue fit them for home and hearth. Excuse me? I see all these guys driving around in this passenger seat, and there's women always by a man's side. Excuse me? Maybe I need to make an example for myself that I don't need a man to be by my side. Maybe that's the example I need to lead, to be a woman leader, that I don't need a man by my side. That I don't need a man by my side, but I want a man by my side. And I can do what I want. and I want a man. Don't need a man. I don't need to have to need a man. And I'm learning how to get through that. If that makes sense, because my ancestors and even my grandma thinks that it's okay for men to rule over. She put my uncle in charge of the family since my grandpa died. And she was a hardworking lady. She worked way past the age of she worked during retirement. Like, that's how hard of a worker she is until she got Alzheimer's. And then my other uncle died, and she had to move here. Yes. The book says that women are irrational and need to be in the home, while men are leaders and are leaders who are rational. Excuse me, for even having that thought, you are the most irrational human being in the whole entire planet. Men are the most irrational and unethical people I've ever met in my life. Because a lot of them think they should be in charge, and they are not ethical, and they are irrational. It's time to give women a voice. For guys to use women as sex objects and to like one night stands with them, excuse me, you'll probably last 2 minutes in bed, and then that's a one night stand. The reason why women get so emotional and irrational about you is because you never satisfied them, and you call a one night stand that's a huge deal. 2 minutes is a huge thing. Then you get up and go. And it's not get up and go, but you know what I mean. It's ladies, these men are irrational and too much. They're too full of themselves when they don't even. They want instant gratification. I'm just not saying all men are like that, because a lot of them, I don't know how a lot of them are, because no, not all of them are like that. But I just was giving an example of those kind of guys, because a lot of guys want to be like that. And it's about time for me to grab them by their balls and show them who's rational. Because balls are sensitive and weak. Guys think they're so tough and leaders. You kick them in the balls, they're little sissies. So you just grab their balls and you tell them who's in charge and who's going to wear the pants. But I won't do that with my lover. Because my lover he'll know how to not. He'll be a good man. and know better than to cross me that way. And I'm metaphorically speaking, grab their balls. But seriously, if you want to get information from a guy, and like, cause guys are like for torture, cause these men in charge are men. We're gonna be in charge of all these people. We're men. Just grab their balls and say, "Who's in charge now, bitch?" You gotta learn today who's in charge. Just like Kevin Hart says that, you gonna learn today. I really admire Kevin Hart. He's helped bring the silly side out to the surface with me. He's my favorite. He makes me laugh just by who he is. Never change. Well, never tame yourself is what I mean by that. And turn up. I like that one. That's the one that got me. Turn up. And you act all silly. See that? Okay, what did Lawrence Kohlberg focus on? See, I should just Google some of this stuff. It'd be easier. Like, I could look in the book, but stages of moral development. How many stages of moral? Ouch, this thing's burning my leg. Fucking shit. What are you doing, Google? How many stages of moral development did Kohlberg recognize?